What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Emerge Elite podcast. It is Emily, your trusty voice on this platform. Today we are going to talk about accountability. It's something that I've been actually thinking about a lot recently. April's been, the tax man has been, my bank balance has suffered, but it made me have to sit down and, go through all of my finances, go through all of my business plans, go through essentially what I've been doing on the side for the past year. I mean, it's insane. But what I really got to see was the difference that I have made in the space of 12 months. And one of those things which was a bit of a surprise to me in general was my accountability. I've definitely changed my mindset. So essentially no one probably ever wanted to meet 21-year-old me. 21-year-old me was very set in her ways, still ambitious. This is the thing, you can ask a few people if you wanted to, especially that knew me back then, is they'd be like, oh yeah, but you were really ambitious and you had all these plans and you were traveling and you did this and you did that. But I had a very much of a set mindset. I started working with horses and I was like, this is where I'm going to stay. I'm going to be a groom and then I'm going to be a manager and then maybe one day I'll have my own place. It was essentially that kind of set mindset that I couldn't do anything else. And also for the majority of my childhood, I was told that I was not clever enough to be anything else. And I wasn't dumb. This is the thing. And but do I blame anyone for that? No. And this is where, especially between the ages of probably 25 and 26, maybe a little bit later, I realized that I changed my mindset. I changed it into a growth mindset. And also the best thing that I did, and the whole point of this episode, is I started taking accountability for things. So if things fucked up, I took accountability for it. I'm not saying that everyone's like this, and we all age differently, and we all mature differently. But I think that was very much down to my maturity. Instead of 21-year-old me that would have easily pointed a finger and would have been like, yeah, but it was you made me think that, or you did this, trying to make someone else accountable to it instead of just being like, yeah, you know what, you may have failed that test, and you know why you failed that test? Because you didn't fucking study, and taking accountability for it. And sometimes I didn't even understand the kind of accountability that I was taking, but I still took it. And that is the difference between, I think, me as a younger person and now me, heading into my 30s. I became a lot more accountable for things. I stopped blaming people for things. And especially guys, if you are out there and you are even thinking, just thinking that you want to go forward and potentially open up your own business or something, you have to be willing to be accountable. You have to be. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if you send out a product and it's shit, and if you send out a product and it's shit, you're accountable. If you send out a product and it doesn't do well in the market, you are still accountable. This is what I mean with so many people who, they sit there and they convince themselves that their product is the best thing since sliced bread and stuff like that. Believe me, I've done it too. I did it with snapbacks. So I freaking love my snapbacks that I did for Emerge Elite. And they're plain, they're simple, but they're slick as hell. I love them. But should I have done it? No, because no one wanted it in the market. So still, nearly 2 years of opening, I have snapbacks left. And I had them from day one. Not really what I wanted to do, but I was accountable for that because what I did was I made it too personal, and it does make a difference. It makes a huge difference. What I found with being accountable with things is that my life got so much easier. So instead of, when things fuck up, it happens to everyone. Let's say, I don't know, you made a bad deal. And now you're doing crap tons of work for like less than probably 40% of what you should be getting paid for that type of work. You're accountable for that. It's not your client's fault that you decided to sell yourself for that price. And it does make a difference. And it's just made my life easier. It's actually made my life easier just turning around and just going, you know what, I fucked up. I did this. I'm accountable for that. But it also gave me the kick up the arse to be able to fix it. And see, that's the difference. If you're always saying that it's their fault and freaking Tom, Dick and Harry's fault, you never want to change it because you're automatically passing it on to someone else. It happens in a workplace. If you have a job and you have that one member of staff that always turns around and goes, no, Suzanne was doing that. That was Suzanne's job. That wasn't my job. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it was Suzanne's job. Like, I'm not saying take the blame when people mess up. What I'm saying is that you've got to be more accountable for it. Like when things do go wrong, maybe there was go back to the workplace. If there was a piece of paperwork that was wrong and you were associated with it, instead of going, nah, that was Derek. Derek did that. You can stand there and go, oh yeah, I was there with Derek. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. I'm really sorry that it's happened. I'll go and double check it. See how much that changes. Imagine someone saying that to you. Imagine someone saying to you, oh, no, it was Derek. Derek did it. And then someone going, oh yeah, I think I remember that. Not totally sure, but I'll go check. I'm really sorry for any inconvenience. Bing, bang, bosh. That person is going to just friggin' appreciate you a little bit more because there are so many people out here in the world at the minute who point fingers. There are so many people who do it. And that's where you've got to be accountable. You've got to be accountable for your actions and you've got to be accountable for the sort of impact that you're making on the fucking world. Like, come on, guys. This is something that there are so many people that I meet up with and they want to start a business. They want to do this. They want to do that. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth is like, I don't have the money, or I don't have the money. I can't do it because my dad says this, blah, blah, blah. No. At the end of the day, and this is honest truth, at the end of the day, if you wanted to start a business and money is the thing that you're saying that you can't do it. Now, I'm not going to get into this one because this is a whole different subject. If you've got kids and stuff like that, it's a different ball game. I don't have that. So obviously I have been able to be a little bit more lenient. But if you are one of those people who's like, I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you're not willing to get up. Like for me, when I started, honestly, when I started out, I was working 60 hours a week. I was studying 20 hours a week. I was still on top of my fitness. I was still running 3 businesses at the time. Like, if anyone was fucking up on a regular basis, it was me because I had too much to do. But did I take accountability for that? Yeah, I did. So you know what I did? I slacked off a little bit on Emergely. Not going to lie. People don't like to hear that, especially when you first start out in a business. But I slacked off in Emergely and I put all my efforts towards my business degree not because I needed it. It's because it needed to get done. It was a priority thing and I took accountability for that. Anyway, guys, this was a great episode, I think, personally, just because accountability is something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. A lot of people don't like admitting when they do things wrong. Nobody likes it. But believe me, 9 times out of 10, I'm the first person to admit it if shit hits the fan. And you know why? Makes my life so much easier. Have a great day, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much for joining in. If you want to follow, please follow. DM me on Instagram at Emily E. Topping. Let's get chatting. Give me some topics. Let's get the ball rolling. See you in the next one. Adios, amigos.